Hey guys and gals, Jack here from the Survival Podcast with another product review. This one from Vevor. Oh, this is a little light. It's actually you get two of these for a whopping right now anyway, $16 while they're on sale. Even full price, I think they're like $20. It is an LED headlamp, so that you have hands-free ability to operate in the dark or dawn or dusk or what have you. And it's a pretty damn cool little light. I have to say, if these things were like $15 a piece, that would probably be fairly priced for what they are. I don't love everything about Vevor. I have reviewed some products for them and said, no, I actually am not going to publish this review because you're not going to like what I say about it. My rep's a little bit on my ass because I'm very slow to review product that she sends me now, but that's because of those situations. So I've been using these lights on my property for about 2 months now. Every night I go out, take care of the ducks and things like that, put them to bed, walk the property, make sure everything's okay. I've been using these lights and another one that they sent me because I'm not going to recommend a product at all from them unless I actually put it through about 30 to 60 days of use rather than use it one time and it worked out of the box. So this one passes muster. And there's a lot to love about it. Right down in the video notes below, there's a link to a full write-up with additional explanations, and then a link where you can order them. And if you use the discount code that's provided, again, it's down there as well. You get 5% off this and anything that you order at Vevor through my links anyway. Again, all that information's down there in the bottom of the video. So let's talk about what I like about this. One, IPX4 waterproof. That means if you stick it on your head and try to swim underwater with it, it will fizzle out. And that probably is mostly to do with, how much protection there is or is not with the cover for the USB port. Otherwise, it probably would be fine. But that just basically means it can be pouring rain. You could be wearing it and it's going to be fine. It's not going to electrocute you and it's not going to die. I've worn it out in some pretty good rain to test that theory, and it's been just fine. I wouldn't take a garden hose and spray it. That's IPX5. So this is basically rain, sweat, things like that. Nothing to worry about. Super lightweight. Weighs about 2 ounces, like 2.1 ounces. You will forget that you're wearing it. It's that lightweight, and it's silicone and elastic. It will fold up and fit in just about any cargo pocket. That means it can be part of your EDC if you want it to be, or at least easily be in like a glove box, a console in your vehicle and stuff. Because, let's think about remember when you were a kid and your dad's like, come here, hold the light. You could never do it right. There's no way anybody can hold a flashlight right for someone else in the dark working on a car on the side of the road, but you can. Because wherever you look, that's where you see. It has 2 primary lighting modes and then, 2 versions of each. And that, of course, is first we start out with this big LED strip. This is 200 or 350 lumens at 230 degrees field of view. That's pretty awesome. There's a power button right here. You push the power button, it comes on. As you can see, it is bright. When I went in my bathroom, which is kind of my go-to for checking lights, total darkness, I could see everything in there just from turning that on alone. If you want to save some energy, you hit it a second time and it will dim down, okay? And if you hit it a third time, it will go to this. This is a spotlight on the side. So there's actually 2 different lights. This one comes out the side here. So if you need a highly focused beam, you have that because there's no way to put a focus on here. And you can see that once the light's on for a while, if you click it, it will go off. But if you want to get to a mode, you have to keep clicking it. And so there's your lower setting on the spotlights. Again, still very bright, and then off. There's also another setting. If you click it, turn it on, and then hold the power button, it will go into a strobe. And I would say that you're probably not going to walk around with that on your head, but this would be like an emergency situation to try to be seen would be quite effective. So those are the basic modes. It also has what's called a smart mode. And in the smart mode, you turn the light on first, and then you enable the smart mode. This way, in the dark, if you need to turn your light on, but you're walking around with it off, you can just wave your hand instead of trying to find that button on the side of your head, and it'll turn the light back on. And it will eventually go off if you leave it that way. And again, we can just turn the light off. So those are all the basic features. Super easy to adjust. 2 buckles on both sides will adjust down to the head. If your head's that small, you probably aren't using it. And if you can't figure it out, you probably aren't qualified to have it. It's really not hard at all. Simple USB charging port right there. It is USB-C, which is kind of becoming the de facto standard. So that's nice. As is typical with low-priced items like this, they send you A recharging cable, it's about 6 inches long. They do not send a brick with it, but it'll charge with anything. I've charged it on my PC over here. I've charged it on my laptop hub, my little USB hub. I mean, it's such a low requirement. If there's a USB port on it that puts power out, it will charge for you. And of course, most of us have plenty of USB-C cables as well. So that's good. Battery replacement, far as I can tell, not a thing. I really bet if you tried, you could pop this device out of this silicon, figure out how to open it and put a battery in it. Let's be honest, kids, $8. $8, it ain't worth it. That's probably why it's not designed to be done, because it's probably going to last a couple of years. And at that point, you've already saved more than enough money on batteries that you just get another one, buy a few of them. They're cheap, right? That type of thing. I do want to say a little bit before I wrap up here, though, about headlights in general. I think everybody should own headlight, or 2 or 3. 2 is 1, 1 is none, 3 is for me, 4 is more, 5 keeps you alive, that type of thing. Because we all have situations where we need to be able to see, and we won't like to have our hands free. Every one of us has had a small flashlight in our teeth or tucked under our armpit, or again, having a kid try. Like, it just sucks. And it's also one of those tools that you don't even realize how valuable it is till you own one. Like a cargo pocket on my shorts, I can throw this in there and I have it no matter where I go. It's super, super light, and it always works. There's another cool but really minor feature, but it's just a nice convenience thing that I don't even know if most people would even realize these lights provide for you. Unlike a lot of these lights that have kind of these strange apparatuses, or they are built a certain way, there's no right or wrong way to put it on. As in, if I want to operate the controls with my right hand, then I would put it on my head like this. So I've got my LED strip and my spotlight here, and on the side that, my right hand side of my head, that's where my button is. Well, if I'm left-handed, or I just prefer to use my left hand for that function, I can flip it around and there's no real difference. It's not angled in any way or anything like that. So these are great, again, for the price. If they were twice as much, I would still say they're a recommended buy when you consider, what products like this cost. There's one little accessory that comes with these that I don't really care about, but I figured some people would ask, so I want you to know about them. These little plastic clips. These are designed so if you have like a safety helmet, hard hat situation where you want a light on them, it will actually allow you to clip that light so it stays put on that helmet. I don't do that. Not my thing, so I'll toss those, but I figured I would include them in the video. If you have any other questions about this particular light, recommendations, settings, features, what have you, post them in the video notes below, and I'll try to get you an answer. And again, if you use the link below plus the discount code that I provide you, you can get another 5% off these lights or anything and everything at Vevor. And let me tell you what, there's some really good stuff that Vevor makes that's pretty expensive, and there's no price limit. You can always use my links and my discount code even if you want to buy something else. So please remember that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the show and the work that I do, and hopefully this brings some value to you.